It's a trap, you walked right into the hate. All over a new king that's face is just replaced. It's all the same, you still be ruled by force. And no matter who it is, they'll still carry on the torch. Just a lie, cheat, steal, half of what you make. Taxation is steps, it's time to vacate the state. Newsflash, all your cash is an IOU. From killers who really do steal from you. Inflation is a weapon used by every nation who says that they're saving the world through lies. That they disguise and pass off as bravery. Well, I got news, debt is slavery. It don't matter who's madder, a new master don't matter. When they both want the same, the state don't play no games. They got you trying to survive and put you on sides and ready to kill each other. That's conquer and divide. It's all for show.
That's it. Hopefully we get a whole podcast out this week, boy.
And we're back with another episode of Bones and Tubs. We're here with you on this Wednesday night to give you everything you want to hear and more. And hopefully you get to hear this motherfucking episode this week.
Yeah, I got home last time and went to upload and there was only 25 minutes. Yeah. We didn't really, we ramble a lot, but we didn't get to that. We got to some fire, but it took about 30 minutes.
And here's the thing, like,
so
we don't believe in teasing you all. You know what I mean? Like, even if it was like 25 minutes of the show, I don't want to tease you all.
No, we want to give you the full shot, but it does lead to other problems, such as people wondering, are you dead? Like our friend over at JNY5 Internet Studios.
Did you guys shed the mortal coil or anything this week?
That's crazy, man. I mean, well, we were going to do it yesterday, and then they had those two pedophiles arguing on TV, and we didn't want to compete with what's a supposed live stream.
We'll get to that here in a bit.
Yeah, we'll get to
that. That has to be talked about, most definitely. But before that, I'd say we probably need to do some housekeeping, because I'm here to tell you right now, because of the technical difficulties we've had this week, I'd like to first and foremost say, if you want to support the Bones and Tubs podcast, you can hit us up on our Patreon.
Patreon.com/BonesandTubs.
You know, give us your support. You know, that money that you give to us, it goes directly back into the show.
Yeah, for things like a recorder, because we're not sure if this thing's going to work or
things
not.
Like working fucking equipment, you know?
Yeah.
Important things that
funny.
you may fucking need.
It's funny right now, but it's not funny.
No, it's not funny at all. I'm not happy.
I laugh, just because if I don't laugh, I might cry.
Yeah, true story.
You understand?
Of all of our lives at this point.
We're going to go live on Instagram.
But you could check us out on... Also, check us out after Patreon. If you don't want to like contribute like that, you go to Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. You know, I don't really try to hawk it at the beginning of the show, but I'm really fed up with the technical difficulties this show has been experiencing.
I'm scared.
So I'd send that there first. Second of all, I'd like to thank JNY5 for looking out for doing a wellness check on us to make sure we weren't dead.
Yeah, it's good of him.
And thank him for the artwork he does for the show.
Yes, thank you, JNY5 Internet Studios on Instagram. Check him out, follow him, and some merch purchases.
You know, thank Blood the Brave for letting us use his music on the show.
Still send him your continued love and support.
Yes. But anyways, back to the issues at hand.
Yeah.
It is, the dateline is the 30th of September.
September.
You know, we're on the cusp of October.
Yeah.
And
when is Samhain? It's coming up, right?
It's coming up. Hey, did you happen to see that tweet that Trump put out?
Which one?
The one where he told everybody to stand by?
No.
Oh, you didn't see that?
Stand by for what? When was that? Today?
That was today.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it had all the Qs, like, pissing their pants. And all the people that laugh at Q people laughing till they piss their pants.
How many times can we do this, gentlemen? Ladies?
I feel like, you know, here's the thing, though. For real, him putting out that, you might want to look that up, or you can't.
I got you.
Okay. But for real, him putting that out there, I feel like almost validates Q to an extent. That it's an actual, to the extent where it's something that he's aware of. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just some LARPing psyop.
We've been standing by for 3 fucking years, dude.
It's not a, hey, listen, it ain't a LARPing psyop. It's a real life psyop.
Yeah.
You know, there's a difference.
I want to legitimize this psyop. Does it just say stand by?
It said something longer than stand by, but I know there was something about standing by.
Let's just go straight to the meat.
Yeah. There it is right there.
Oh, Proud Boys.
Yeah.
Oh, he said that last night. He said it during the debate.
Stand back and stand by.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Yeah, apparently he said that, and the Q people are freaking out because he said that.
Losing their minds over it, I'm sure.
Pissing their huggies,
yeah,
if you will. But you have that going on in the world, you know.
Good.
But we're on the cusp of October.
Hey, trust the plan.
We're on the cusp of October, so you know, they always have the October surprise, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a betting man?
I hope it's an asteroid. I hope it lands on wherever I'm currently at.
Surprise! Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be. See, I don't want to be that grim.
I'm just saying.
But here's the thing. In all honesty, it's going to be something.
Yeah.
Now, here's the question is, who's it going to be on? Is it going to be on Sleepy Joe?
I don't know, man.
Or is it going to be on the Donald?
I think
that's a terrible Donald Trump impression, by the way. I'm not known for my impressions. I just want y'all to know that.
Did you see that picture that I posted in the group chat earlier of it looked like a Pornhub video, and it said like, let me see if I
mature blonde. Oh fuck!
I got it. Say? Right here. Mature blonde robustly fucks geriatric sissy on live TV.
Yeah.
Oof.
Well, we might as well get to it because it's going to happen one way or the other. But the debates.
Yeah, you said it best. The only thing you didn't call about it, the absolute level of shit show that it was you called it like two pedophiles arguing. It's a pedophile popularity contest.
Senile pedophiles arguing.
Yeah. Well, Trump's not senile. He just lets them know. He lets them know what time it is.
That's debatable, amendable, and requires a 2/3 vote for passage.
Nah, man. Nah.
Just saying.
That dude's so high on
off his own ass.
No, he's high on Adipex.
Adipex. Someone accused him of taking Adderall.
Maybe that's it. One of those It's meth. He's high. He's like a modern day. I don't want to say it.
I mean, here's the thing. I was talking to Toe Beans about this earlier about the whole debate, and I said this. I was like, and I think a lot of people share my sentiment. Is like, and there's going to be more debates, right?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Here's the thing.
I think there's 2 more.
I said if Trump plays it, he's fucking stupid. Because I was like, here's what he needs to do. I was like, his problem is he didn't let Joe Biden speak enough last night.
I'm not. Nobody wanted to call out him for his constant fucking up. Like,
well, so that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
He needs to let him hang himself.
Yeah,
more.
that's what I'm. Yeah, I get it. He was almost like helping him by talking. Like, because here's the thing: Trump doesn't help himself.
Not true.
Doesn't help himself a lot with his own talking, anyways. But if you fucking let Joe Biden speak, he will speak for himself.
Right.
But here's the thing, and I can't speak.
You're Joe Biden.
I emphasize this.
See,
I don't think the debates to me are meaningless.
Right.
To the extent where if people who are voting for Joe Biden and Donald Trump, and they were set on that already, they're not changing their minds. Right?
I would say so, yeah.
Like, you don't think anybody's like, oh, man, you know what? I've been fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying that.
No. What time was the debate last night? 9 o'clock?
Yeah. But I tell you what, you know what? If there was one winner takeaway from last night's debates, I would have to say, by and large, it was Jo Jorgensen. Yeah,
that's what I was just looking up on Google Trends because I saw a meme about that her popularity skyrocketed last night. And about, let's see, yesterday, the 29th, 9:36, it was set at a certain point. At 10 p.m., it had jumped by 20 points.
Yeah.
And then it jumped at 10:40 to 100%.
Yeah. At one point in time, you know what's funny is the number one search term on Google was, who is John Jorgensen? You're almost right. Almost right. But yeah, I'd say she's probably the clear winner of that debate last night, being especially important considering she wasn't even there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. I don't know. I think I don't know. I've stalemated on all this shit.
You're like in the point of accelerationism where you're just like beyond it.
I'm almost passed out and like my nose is bleeding.
It's like good rec though.
I've shit myself.
You know what I mean? That's all it is at this
sometimes
point.
It is, but I didn't even get any good rec last night. You know what he's good for? The Donald?
What's that?
He's good for things like Hillary Clinton saying something to the effect of like, well, we ought to be glad that Donald Trump doesn't have, someone of the caliber of Donald Trump doesn't have the control of law enforcement in this country. He's like, because you'd be in jail.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, he did hit him with that don't ever use the word smart in front of me thing.
That made me laugh.
That was pretty goddamn funny.
Shout out to Ron Paul, you're right.
Yeah, hey.
Did you watch a video of him having a stroke?
Yeah.
It was sad.
Yeah. But he's recovering.
Good. It's still sad, though.
Yeah. Well, he's getting up there.
I know.
You know?
I love Uncle Ron.
I'd be that age and not having strokes. I'd be impressed.
Yeah.
You know? But the thing is, back to the whole debate thing.
Yeah.
The two takeaways a lot of people are getting from it last night is, and it depends on your political affiliation, is for the left, it's Donald Trump refuses to denounce white supremacy.
Why are we still talking about fucking white supremacy?
Well, here's the thing, and actually a good friend of mine who considers himself a liberal, mind you, not voting for Joe Biden, mind you, because he understands that he's a senile pedophile.
Yes.
But still liberal nonetheless, believes in liberalism in and of itself. He put it best, and he actually defended Trump in this whole white supremacy thing. What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Keep going.
That fucked me up.
I'm sorry.
What is it?
Somebody said, someone important to us that brought us a sign said, mailing in my ballot for David Duke.
Jeez.
Got him.
Anyways.
You got my laughs. I fucked your whole rhythm up, didn't I?
Man, I was on a roll.
I couldn't remember if we were talking about the comments or not. I'm just trying to hit in and out of there. You can be okay.
I'm just trying to find my way back. Okay. All right, I got it. So he raised a good point with the whole not denouncing white supremacy thing, and that's that the liberal powers that be and the SJWs and the progressives have warped that word so much in the past 4 or 5 years that it's hard to actually pin down what white supremacy is anymore.
Right.
Because when you have
it's everything.
When you have people saying like milk is a sign of white supremacy, or
you're out of your fucking mind.
Certain organizations that really have no affiliate, like race-based affiliation, but somehow have been labeled white nationalist or white supremacist.
For Christ's sake, they're calling what's that dude's name? Ben Shapiro, a white supremacist. He's a Jew.
Yeah.
Or the one that Joey always talks about, Joey Rogan, Milo Yiannopoulos. Like, he's gay and he only fucks black dudes.
So the thing is, with the whole, he, like I said, he actually defended Trump and said, how can he condemn something where the definition of it has been broadened so much that by saying he condemns white supremacy, you're in a way condemning everything it is about Western culture in and of itself, good and bad.
Yeah.
Because there are people out there who have said they're willing to throw the baby out with the bathwater and say all of Western civilization, because there are some bad parts, we must throw it all away. And everything
and replace it with what? Chass?
And
stained rubble?
Everything is a sign of white supremacy in their eyes. So how can you define it? You can't define it at this point. Because here's the thing. If you made it easy and said, okay, neo-Nazis and the Ku Klux Klan are white supremacists, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy. Go ahead and condemn them. Throw them out.
Let's not forget the Proud Boys and milk and Jews. Yeah,
throw those. If you can nail it down to just like those two things, then yeah, go ahead and disown them. But you've taken whole swath. Basically, you've said the whole of white America, that isn't literally like beating itself up with white guilt is part of white supremacy.
Yeah, people that haven't been cucked.
So to condemn it, you get what you guys.
No, we all understand. We're just trying to react rationally to the fact that they've all lost their fucking minds, and we're all probably wondering why they aren't. I can't say the S word. Popping off yet. Yeah.
So, and then the other thing on the other side that was taken away from it was Joe Biden saying that Antifa wasn't a real life organization. It was just a ideology.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess that's true. They're not very well organized. I'll give you that one, Sleepy.
Well, I mean, they got to have some level of organization. Somebody's mom is driving them there in a van.
Hey, listen, somebody is driving up in fucking U-Hauls to Louisville with shields and signs and everything ready-made for the outcome of the Breonna Taylor case.
I know that's right. You know what?
So they obviously have some level of organization going on.
They have money. They got organization. I don't know why it matters. We're to the point now where it's like, why can we all just sit down for a second and accept that we don't need a daddy? Like,
no.
We don't need to pay taxes. No. We don't need a daddy.
No, we're so
don't need to have the highest incarceration rate.
Yeah, well, I was actually talking to someone about that the other day, because we were discussing it, and someone brought up Black Lives Matter and all that, and I tried to explain to them. I said, "Listen, here's the thing." I was like, the original notion of Black Lives Matter has legitimacy and it has a gripe, right? Yeah. It has a legitimate gripe to bring to the table. I was like, but the problem is that their message has been usurped and taken over by people with a Marxist agenda.
Yeah, it's a Marxist revolution right now.
But here's the problem, though, is that people who have a legitimate gripe are getting swept up in it, right? The original notions of criminal justice reform and all those things are getting overturned by these highfalutin notions of fucking Marxism. I mean, there's no other way to put it.
If I had an organization that I felt was legitimate, I would probably police it rather well. And anytime somebody started throwing rocks or a Molotov, we might just stomp the shit out of them.
Well, that's something you'd want to do.
Yeah.
You're
going to want to have security in your own organization.
But herein lies the problem with that is if you start doing that, then the media just gets pictures of you beating the shit out of people, and they've only furthered their agenda and their narrative further.
Fortunately for them, though, the media never reports on black violence. So, I'm just saying. I gotta be devil's advocate. If they're over there beating the shit out of each other, they're not gonna put the camera on that. You know what I mean? They probably wouldn't even get one of a black guy beating up a white dude. It'd have to be a white Black Lives Matter supporter beating up a black one that was in there doing some fuck shit. You know what I mean?
If they got that, they would. But the thing, like I said before, is this is all being used as cover to push their agenda.
Yeah.
No, when you have countries like today, they had Iran come out in support of Black Lives Matter, and you had fucking Winnie the Pooh coming out in support of Black Lives Matter.
I love it when you refer to that dude as Winnie the Pooh.
First of all,
I can't stop laughing.
First of all, and they're and you have these goddamn tankies raising the shit look at these fucking rulers in this other parts of the world supporting Black Lives Matter and shit. First of all, fuck y'all. I'm going to say that right now.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Those cocksuckers right there, they fucking slaughter people by the fucking tens of thousands, right? Yeah. You don't even fucking talk about China to me. Don't even fucking talk about them to me.
Who do you think the driver of the Marxist revolution is? I know everybody points to Soros, but it's not him. It's not just Soros. He might be a funder of these organizations.
Well, here's the thing. It's not even it's more or less what's going to end up happening is we're going to get the worst parts of Marxism, and they're going to get to stay where they're at.
I still stick with my thought that Marxism, communism, all those other isms, socialism, varying degrees, right? Mm-hmm. They're all forms of hyper-capitalism because you're fooling people on their own good nature to allow the elite who are already running shit to just get a little bit richer.
Yeah, and to live literally off of our labor.
Right.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
All you've done...
Do you think it rhymes with, lionism?
All you've done when it comes to that is you've
These
taken...
boys tearing it up. I'm sorry, Tubbs.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying hat check for the ones that are... You know.
But anyways...
Good call.
You've taken... All you have with that is... You say, oh, well, you don't want capitalists taking your labor. But in the grand scheme of things, all you're doing is collectivizing the labor of the people and saying it's for them.
It's exactly like the fucking book Animal Farm.
Yeah.
The pigs are walking around on 2 feet, and they're wearing human clothes. They're sleeping in beds.
Some people are not as equal as others. Did you know that?
No, that's absolutely... I mean, turn the news on.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Good enough for me, but not for thee.
Yeah. I just have a really hard time. It's 2020. You and I are not geniuses.
It's just, here's the thing.
But we've talked about this media problem before with, what was the CIA? Mockingbird.
Yeah.
Operation Mockingbird. Why can't we all know this? Why can't we all see this?
But the thing is, like, how can people delude themselves into thinking that, like, if there is a hypothetical Marxist revolution, right?
Yeah.
Which I doubt. Because, once again, I go back to the fact that...
I think it's just a thing to destroy the infrastructure.
But, even if this, like, even if they got it, these people think, like, they're going to be the fucking... It's still running.
Okay. The what?
They think they're going to be the fucking poets of the commune, right? Mm-hmm. Nah, bitch. They need... we already got a poet, and it's some fucking asshole bourgeois motherfucker's rich kid nephew that already fucking, you know, had money. He's the commune poet. You bitch, you're going to be fucking harvesting turnips.
I just love that.
Stupid.
They don't seem to understand. You're talking about hating a system that you don't even fully grip, right? So if you and I were some of these weak soy boys with no tans that went out to throw a Molotov cocktail and probably catch ourselves on fire, when we get arrested, we'd be like, why do we have $1 million bail? This is bullshit.
Yeah.
You don't know how the system works, bitch? You just thought you'd go play Grand Theft Auto, the real game?
Yeah.
And it'd be okay? You go back and eat some of Mom's Hot Pockets later?
Yeah, I would
Get fisted by your uncle?
I would love one time to have... I would like to have two people on the show at one time. It'd probably be impossible to do. Right?
Why?
I'd love, to get this, I have a specific person in mind and a non-specific person in mind.
Okay.
Mind you. To get a person we used to work with who actually lived in the USSR. Okay.
We have to make sure he's still alive.
And an actual real-life tanky who believes in, like, collectivism.
So
right.
we don't know that one.
Yeah, we don't know that one. That's the unspecific person. But to get those two individuals
for a tanky
in a room and watch him, the one who actually lived in the USSR, thrash that one.
Yeah. Well, the other one, that's the thing. I feel like the tankies, by and large, prove me wrong if anybody knows a tanky out there that's actually about that life, but they don't care about facts.
Oh, no, that's the thing. They're like, you know, where you're an accelerationist.
Yeah.
They are too.
I don't.
No.
No, I get it.
Two people.
I'm looking at it on polarity scale, though. I would say they're the same as me on the opposite end of the scale.
Well, yeah, they're running in they're running in the exact opposite direction of you.
I would say that, like, they would be me. I just don't know.
Think about it like this.
They completely disregard logic, though.
But here's the thing. Imagine this.
You quit throwing up them devil horns. People are going to make a meme out of that.
Disregard the political spectrum real quick, and let's just look at a compass, right?
Yes.
Okay, where the north of the compass is peace and order, right?
Yeah.
South of the compass is peace, right?
Okay.
As I say, north and south are peace. East and west in either direction are chaos on both sides, right? You two are running in opposite directions, you know, at the same pace, just in different directions. Both towards chaos.
Right.
Just in opposite directions. Does that make sense?
I get it. I guess it's just, I don't know.
Well, that's
I can see there would be someone like me that had a little bit of a
but think about
spicier mustache.
So let me play out devil's advocate for a minute here. You say they don't have logic, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me hit you with this. So they don't have logic because obviously collectivism would always lead to authoritarianism, right?
Mm.
Okay. Let's take it from the other side. You're an acceleration in the opposite direction, right?
I'm literally a nonpartisan collapsitarian.
But here's the thing, though. Even being a collapsitarian, like your direction leads into like some sort of crazy, weird Blade Runner style corporatism, where like corporations like fucking run everything.
Or I could just be an idealist, where it's eventually through the massive purge that has to happen, people relearn morality, and we come together in small, voluntarious communities.
Here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with that is they're idealists too.
Correct.
You know, the ideas in and of themselves are both like.
Do you think that tanky ideology versus voluntarism has worked more or less in small communities? Because I'm here to say that I think there are probably more voluntarist communities that have existed or do exist than ever tanky ideologies that did not collapse.
Well, herein lies the problem is that this is where I feel like those kinds of, and don't get me wrong, I long for them, but I firmly and fully believe like we've had the communities both sides talk about. They've already existed. You know, the ancient tribes of men, that's how they operated, right? Mm-hmm. They had their own laws, they had their ways. But herein lies the problem with that, is that they ultimately always were crushed, destroyed, or absorbed by groups that were willing to band together in greater numbers and forego individual freedom for control.
Right.
And get squashed. That's the end game for both sides of it. The commune, whether it be the anacro commune, fucking
the
community.
Red black.
Let's call it the red and black and the black and the yellow, right? Whether it be red and black or black and yellow, they ultimately always got crushed by.
I think it all has to do with
by the fucking commies and the fascists of the world.
Local community. I like to use as an example, and of course, when I say local community, I don't mean an entire state. I don't mean a whole city.
I get what you're saying, yeah.
But like, my biggest wet dream is the guy that runs an Anarchapulco, Jeff Berwick.
Yeah.
The Dollar Vigilante on YouTube. Mm-hmm. He just walks carefully through his fucking neighborhood down in Mexico. He rents a house. He pays for everything, crypto. And all of his neighbors have the same mentality. They're all really nice area, really nice houses. It looks like a resort. Mm-hmm. Like they're all polite. Everything's cool. He just lets his dogs run around. He's doing these walk and talk videos. But anytime the government was to come in and do anything crazy, they get shot at. They're like, fuck out of here. This is ours.
Then that's the thing. It'll work until it doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing. I mean, that's the thing. Your ideal community already existed. There's nothing new under the sun.
That's true.
But here's the problem, is that it already existed and it was already destroyed. And when it happens again, it'll get destroyed again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know if we'll ever find some sort of fucking... It's like we haven't evolved enough yet to be able to live like that. Like we haven't. Right. Because the problem is there's always people that will strive for that
trying to fuck it up.
They just crave power and fucking control.
Yeah.
And more and more and more. They don't want to stop. And until we get over that, until we kill those motherfuckers in the cradle.
I don't even think it's about that, because that's some shit. But imagine like a CIA operation where they don't just hit one town, they hit the entire world with acid. Maybe some DMT. And we all come together like, hold on, we fucked up. Let's start over.
I mean, I wish we could do that. You know,
reminds me of that show you made me watch that I really liked with Duncan Trussell.
Oh, Midnight Gospel.
Yeah.
That's a good show.
Little Midnight Gospel.
I mean, it'd be great. But the thing is that there's always going to be assholes to fuck it up.
This just in, the Industrial Revolution and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race. No lie detected? Is it make it?
Because the thing, you can't see now. You know, this is once again a case of throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Because here's the thing.
No, but we've talked before about how he was like he predicted all this. He was like a modern day.
Oh, you're talking about Ted Kaczynski.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, to the extent that it's come to now.
Like the Industrial Revolution and its... Wasn't that what it's called? The Unabomber Manifesto?
Industrial Society and its future.
Yeah, that's where I took that. Maybe I took it wrong, but that's where I took it. I don't know.
Well, okay, but once again, I would counter that we're in a bad state, right? But you can't throw away everything that's been accomplished. You know what I mean? As a species, we can't. What are we gonna go back to fucking horse and buggy and shit?
I tell you what, we can't.
And our kids, like having 10 kids. But like but only one of them makes it to adulthood because the rest died of preventable diseases.
We can't allow this fucking government to force us to take COVID tests or forced vaccinations or take more of our money, from our labor. We can't continue down this road. It's literally like, look at this. The things that they're going against. They're literally grabbing more power as they know global food shortages are becoming very real and U.S. grocery store chains are preparing for worst-case scenarios. It's on Zero Hedge.
I don't understand how they could push that narrative when, like, we live out in a rural area I see
Bro,
the products of food everywhere.
Months ago, we literally had our local Wendy's not have enough beef.
True.
All because of one hiccup. And we still haven't fully seen the consequences of all these farms that have had to toss their shit. You know what I mean? That, and not only that, but like some of these things that like.
Well, what if this is it goes back to my notion that scarcity is a myth?
Well, it could be a myth, and I don't doubt that it is. But what I'm saying is, right now they're literally fucking with the supply chain, right? Yeah. And we talked about stories before that Marfugal, shout out Marfugal for helping us get over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Yeah. He did a show showing those factories that are just filled from floor to ceiling with supplies because the government's buying everything. Back when I couldn't get sodium ascorbate on Amazon, it wasn't because people were buying it, like they were. Yeah. But most of it was going to the government. They're using our tax dollars to buy up all this shit. Be like, oh, can't get anything.
And to do what with it?
To hoard it.
Oh.
For control.
So it's a matter of logistics.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. We can't continue this.
No.
This is an unsustainable system. You know, so what do we do?
Well, I mean, it's going to come to a head eventually.
You need to get your shot if you're going to get your supplies.
It's going to... No, that's not going to happen.
You get your supplies? You can get your mark?
It's not going to happen for me, I'll tell you that.
You get your mark for your little digital dollar? Your little mark and beast?
No. None of that's going to happen to me.
Oh, I get it. Me either, but still, that's right. Isn't that where we're going? It's
Listen,
like
that's at the point where I'm going full blown fucking Robin Hood.
You're that guy with the red eyes and the gigantic goggles, like
yeah. You know, I'm fucking
bug boy.
Yeah. What other course of action would we have at that point?
You don't, and that's what I'm saying. This whole shit that they're doing right now is like, well, this is the furthest they've ever gone in our lifetime.
But the thing is, it's like
grasping for power.
I hate to go back to the debate, but you know, when Biden was talking about how Trump's response to COVID was terrible and blah, 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 blah.
That's what I said.
And it's like, what else would you have done, man?
How about the fact that he didn't...
What would you have done different?
He would have went down and sucked a bat's dick in Chinatown. That's what he would have done, to let everybody know that they were equal.
How would you have changed any of this? You couldn't. There's no way. Every state in the fucking U.S. had mask mandates and dumbass curfews and closed down businesses and all that shit. What would you have done differently? Would you how much more would you have fucked us?
Well, the thing that fucked me up that I kept saying over and over again, I started screaming it at the TV, and what's weird is neither of us are Trump dick riders.
Yeah.
You can go back through all of our episodes. We have never rode that dick one time. We won't.
No.
But right is right, wrong is wrong. Why didn't he call out the fact that they were talking shit about him being racist for trying to shut down travel to China right when this shit started?
Yeah. Like, why is everyone not talking about the Swedish elephant in the room?
Yeah, where they have the same numbers as us?
They didn't do jack fucking shit. They didn't shut down their economy. They didn't wear masks. And they had the same fucking number as us. And guess what?
I heard their death rates are lower.
And now they're reaching herd immunity.
Yeah.
So they ain't even fucking with it no more.
Right. I'm still terrified. And I'll be honest with you. I don't want to be an alarmist. Mm-hmm. But part of my brain is still screeching that once the vitamin D levels drop in the northern hemisphere, the bioweapon is going to fucking activate. Mm-hmm. It's already mutated like 20 fucking times. Then it becomes it becomes plaguing the real game.
Well, that's the thing, though. It would only be us in the northern hemisphere. Florida man would survive.
I'm going to Florida. I can't. I'm not dying from no bitch-ass Wu flu.
Well, Florida is survival of the fittest. You know this.
Listen, if I got to stab someone to death with what if I use an alligator to stab someone to death?
You're going to have to develop a very serious drug habit involving amphetamines or speed in order to survive.
You don't think I could do it?
I'm not saying you could.
Do you remember my history with ECA?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I think you could do it. I don't think I could thrive on that lifestyle.
I disagree. We've both been riding the albuterol train from time to time. We both survived it, you know? Uh-huh. We might be like, trying to think. God damn, it was never mind. It was an anime reference. I think it was bad guys in Dragon Ball Z. Like one really big one really small one.
Was it,
the one that was small was older. I think they're both androids. I don't fucking know. Anyway, I was trying to deliver a terrible anime reference, and I fucked that up, so.
It's been a while since I've watched Dragon Ball Z, I'm going to be honest with you.
For some reason, it fired in my head, you know? You got to go where you got to go.
here's the thing: is you are right. There's a trajectory going on right now, and I don't think there's any one person that can slow it down or stop it.
Trust the plan.
Fuck that shit.
No, I get it.
I mean, like I said, my offer always will and continues to stand that if it's real and he does do something,
we're shaving our heads.
Yeah.
Tonsures, son.
But guess what? I still have a full head of hair.
Yeah, I don't, but I'm growing it back out again.
And, you know, here goes the other thing is like, let's say hypothetically Joe Biden wins. Right? But here's the thing though. As far as I'm concerned, as a podcaster who talks about politics and conspiracy theories, that would just be like that gold in them mountains, man.
Yeah. Question just popped up. Thoughts on recently declassified FBI documents?
Oh, I know. It's the ones involving basically the Russian collusion was
that was all bullshit.
It was all bullshit.
Yeah.
I believe if that's what they're I think that's what they're talking about. I mean, that's no surprise. We talked about that before.
Yeah.
We talked about it before I don't want to sound like a hipster, but we were talking about that before anybody knew.
We were talking about before it was cool.
That was all fake.
It's fake news.
Yeah. But basically anybody out there that doesn't know, they just declassified documents. Basically Hillary Clinton getting permission to run with a narrative about Trump colluding with Russians.
Right.
And how it was completely and utterly fabricated, and she knew it, Obama knew it, James Comey knew it, but they pursued it anyways.
Cute.
That's I believe that's what they're talking about.
I think
and
so.
Yeah, we said like I said, you go back through our back catalog.
Back catalog.
You could go back through our back catalog and find us talking about that. I can't name certain episodes because just go back to I'd say. Right around the impeachment, so I'd say around January of 2020,
fake ass impeachment.
You'll find us talking about it and saying, there's more distraction. Just give us more distraction.
That was a thing last night too, and I hate to keep bringing it back to that pedophile debate, but when somebody brought it up, I believe it might have been Biden brought it up some way, shape, or form being cheeky, and he was like, Trump said, that's fucking false. It's been proven to be false due to the FBI drop. And what's up with your son getting, what was it, $3.2 million from the mayor of Moscow?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
It was something like that, yeah.
Like, and he's like, that's not true, didn't happen. Just smiling with his fake teeth because all the other ones fell out in the earlier debates.
Yeah. Well.
How much adrenochrome do you think they're pumping this dude with, man?
Man, listen, they had to have given him, and he still was fucking up.
Do you think he's got a box of Capri Suns, and by Capri Suns I mean babies that he just drinks?
Like, there's literally, it's like a Capri Sun with a fetus in it.
Right.
Right?
That's
do you ever
right.
do you remember that episode of South Park where Christopher Reeve, he starts taking stem cells, and he literally, like, takes fetuses and, like, cracks them open and, like, sucks the fucking juices out of them, and he becomes stronger every time he does it.
I forgot all about that until you mentioned it, but that's exactly what I was going with.
Yeah.
Yahtzee.
Biden's like, hold on 1 minute.
So thirsty right now.
Gets in like a biohazard cooler.
Yeah.
You hear
except it's not a pop top.
He like wipes his mouth off. He's like, I said, God damn.
Delicious.
You know.
It's delicious.
But they probably gave him like a big old fucking hit of meth with a adrenochrome chaser.
It's some modern day Hitler shit where they're like, here's your vitamins, Uncle Joe.
Yeah.
Uncle Adolf.
Yeah.
You know? And they shoot it in there and he's just like, I'm ready to debate.
Yeah. I'm interested to see, like I said, I feel like if Trump has, he needs to fucking, if he just chills, just chill. I get it. You like to zing him. You
gotta let him know whose dick's the biggest.
I know you like zinging.
Yeah.
But if you just pull back, that's all you got to do. If I was a political strategist, just pull the fuck back a little bit.
Let this motherfucker trip on himself.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not giving him enough rope. Give him a little more rope. And he will hang himself. I can guarantee it.
For sure. And we're back. We had to reset the Instagram stream, rather.
All right, so we want to talk about this week in California.
Yeah.
I feel like we could do an entire podcast about the shit that goes on in California.
For sure.
They just passed a law that said that placement in prison will be based upon the gender you identify with.
It's going to be a shit show.
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. Like, okay, here's the thing. You know, I don't dabble in the whole gender identity shit too much because I'm an individualist, and to each their own, right?
Can I have one of these?
Yes.
Thank you.
But the thing is there's certain aspects of life where we really have to just think logically here, right?
For sure.
Like, can we just please keep our prisons built upon, as absurd as this sound?
What if we just got rid of prisons and went back to old school exile?
Build our prisons. Where are we going to exile them to?
Antarctica, my dude. We can't use Australia anymore. That shit's already been done.
Oh
once.
man, yeah, they done. they fucking you
Yeah, you limey cunt.
you let the fucking the loonies rule the roost over there.
Yeah,
They're just joking, but anyways,
seriously.
but no, seriously though,
It's
it's an island of criminals. What about the Galapagos? At least they have turtles and iguanas to eat there.
What's the island that has the Komodo dragons?
Oh, that's like literally called. I'm pretty sure it's called like Dragon Island or something like that.
That or Snake Island?
It's something like that.
Something
It's
serious.
Don't go the fuck there island.
There's things here that will fucking kill you, island.
Starring Komodo dragons, giant lizards.
They won't even kill you right away. They're just going to bite you with that sloppy poison.
And then just stand by and watch you for a few days while you slowly die of poisoning.
Ugh.
Okay, so, but here's the thing is, can we just, and I know this is going to sound absurd to some people, but crazily enough, but can we please just keep people in prisons? And I'm not a big prison person, but some people do need to be in prison because they're fucking horrible.
Like the ones we can't kill that rape kids or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, or people who steal large amounts of property that didn't get shot in the process.
Or eat faces.
Yeah. So there's a reason for them to exist, but can we please put people in prisons based on the actual genitals that they have?
I would assume. You remember the conversation you had with that lefty at your somebody's wedding?
Yes.
And they were like, "Tell me a story."
Yeah.
Was it the same one that's talking about rape?
No, this was a different one.
Okay,
I was explaining to them that people in prisons.
The reason why sex isn't allowed in prison is because most of it's rape.
Yeah.
It's not consensual
And
sex.
they didn't seem to understand that because they when I told them that they get in trouble for having sex in prison, she kind of rolled her eyes and was like, "Sex is like breathing. How could you get in trouble for that?" And I was like, hold on there, champ.
Easy there, guy.
I was like, easy. Most sexual relationships in prisons, from my knowledge, just from statistics and whatnot, are not based on being consensual.
Right.
They're based on being raped.
So basically, what we want to do with the prison sex situation is we want to allow anybody to just say, "I'm a woman," and then go to a female prison and then just start a raping.
I mean,
is that what we
logically,
want?
The way it sounds to me, yeah, you would just say, "I identify as a woman." You could literally have big dick swinging, fat fucking balls, no tits.
Yeah.
Be like, "I identify as a woman,"
I'm a female.
and get sent to a woman's prison.
Next thing you know, it's over with. Everyone's pregnant.
Yeah, you let the rooster in the hen house, dog.
It's over. Yeah.
Not only that, let's add an extra layer to this. Like, if and when female prisoners get pregnant, right? They're going to then we're going to pay for it.
No, I agree. I think we should just go back to a kinder, simpler time. You know what I mean?
Show me your dick.
There are societies where certain crimes are met with certain punishments.
Yeah.
And it's just standard. Nobody feels bad about it. Hey, Phil, I caught you stealing from my cart here. I'm going to chop your fucking hand off. Yeah. Now everyone knows you're a thief and you only got one more chance.
Yeah.
So.
Well, see, here's the thing too, and I could almost guarantee this, and that's that when it comes to this whole identifying thing in California prisons, it's going to be definitively one-sided. You're going to have people with male genitalia,
yeah,
identifying as women. I highly doubt you're going to have any people with female genitalia identifying as men going to men's prisons, because I have an inkling that they don't want to get raped.
Could you also imagine the people who would just want to go rape? So they'd go do some dumbass shit and then be like, "I'm a woman."
Just from what I've heard, what goes on in prisons, you could look like that one porn star.
Rope is cheap.
What's that porn star's name? Buck Buck Wild?
Buck Angel.
Buck Angel. You could look like Buck Angel.
Oh my God, I'm going to come.
But because you have a fucking a vagina, they're going to fuck you up. I don't care how strong you are either. Like,
that's a true story.
Because, like,
everybody should Google Buck Angel on Howard Stern and tell me you're okay. Tell me you're okay after you watch that video.
You think you're fucking hard, right? You're one lock in the sock away from being violated. That's all I'm going to say. It don't matter how good your hands are or how strong you are.
You know, it's kind of you can draw a parallel too from like the shit we were joking about a few months ago. Anytime a dude was like, "I'm a female," and he gets into the athlete, like some type of athletes wrestling,
and
then he stomps the shit out of them. That's the same thing that's going to happen in prison.
Yeah,
because they're built different.
But then
my body different.
Not only that, you're adding an extra element because not only are they going to stomp the shit out of you, they're also going to take advantage. They don't care that you look like a dude. You have the right equipment they're looking for. Because here's the thing. Think about like as it is, as it stands. You know, men don't have the right equipment, but where there's a will, there's a way. You know?
I know, that's right. That's right.
And it still happens, regardless of the fact that as of right now in most states they don't let people with female genitalia in male prisons.
Right.
It still happens.
This is California. Another symptom of not having a winter. You know what I mean? You don't go through winter. You start having these crazy fluting ideas. You know? They don't have California, man, but they do have a bunch of people that are
I hope, honestly,
shitting themselves in the streets and shooting up heroin and all that shit.
I don't want people to get violated, but I do want people to get paid, and that's what's going to happen.
Paid or pegged?
Paid. P-A-I-D.
Okay. Paid how?
Because if they're letting male individuals with male genitalia inside of a female prison, and he violates one of these females, she could sue him until the cows come home.
That's true.
Because they let it happen.
Is it going to work, though, in California, or are they going to be like, you can't sue them because they identified as a female?
Listen, a broken clock is right twice.
Karen.
A broken clock is right twice a day. If they continue to sue, somebody's going to win. You know, depending on the judge. What did they say now?
They didn't. I'm just thinking.
Oh, okay.
I'm so tired of this shit. Like, we're still talking. We're arguing about. I think the fucking. It's a Titanic. That's all.
Yeah.
We're arguing over who the best violin player is.
Yeah.
And we're about to drown in icy water because some bitch won't share a door. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen though. That's human nature though, for real. Like seriously, man. Like there was two right before the fucking the Goths rolled into fucking Rome. You know there was two assholes knowing full well that the Goths were on their way.
Right.
That they were talking about some dumb shit about, hey, what do you think about Augustus Caesar said the other day?
Yeah.
But what did you want to talk about?
I wanted to read this dumbass story from the New York Times. I'll read it until it shuts off because I ain't paying them for their fucking shit. You feel me? You feel me with both hands?
I feel you.
Okay. Mm-hmm. California plans to ban the sale of new gasoline-powered cars statewide by 2035. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. You remember about 15 years ago when we graduated high school? Right? Doesn't feel like it's that long ago.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It flew by.
Yeah.
So by 2035, Governor Gavin Newsom said Wednesday in a sweeping move aimed at accelerating the state's efforts to combat global warming amid a deadly and record-breaking wildfire season. In an executive order, all right, I'm going to stop again. The wildfires are started by homeless people, or DEWs, direct energy weapons, or arsonists. These are facts. The homeless people one I did not know until I was talking to a listener. I don't know if you saw that in the Instagram or not.
No, I did not.
He said that a lot of these homeless people will throw cigarette butts just willy-nilly.
Yeah.
And a lot of times these fires get started that way. But we have photo evidence over and over again. We've talked about it before. I think it's a whole episode on...
direct energy weapons.
Yeah. You got melted fucking tire wells and perfectly green trees around. Only things it's like microwave from space. Oh shit, battery's low, bitch. But they're starting this shit again. They're pushing forward with this Agenda 2030 nonsense. Getting rid of gas cars to help the environment because cars are causing pollution that are causing fires when really it's not.
Well, I'd say it's a combination of, like you said, homeless people, arsonists, and direct energy weapons, and also poor forest management, you know?
Yeah. I'm sure there's plenty of examples of other countries that have like vast swaths of forests that are managed properly that don't have gigantic fires. But forest fires are a thing of history, and people didn't live in them the same way.
Yeah.
So, you know what didn't happen though?
What's
like,
that?
say we had a thriving Robin Hood community back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, I can't remember the name of the town.
Nottingham,
thank you for the assist.
Yeah.
I would like to phone a friend. But let's say there was a Nottingham and a fire happened naturally from a lightning strike or whatever it might be. None of their aluminum hubcaps melted. That's all I'm saying. Like,
none of that happened.
Nah. But this is the shit, too, that's kind of going along with the Agenda 2030. As soon as I saw this, what I thought of, they're having all these fires in these areas where they want to have mag rails or they want to move people out of into bigger cities. And then kind of like those fires that happened in Australia that went along a mag rail line, and they're also trying to kill the Aborigines in those areas. But anyway, insurance companies are being like, it's too dangerous for you to live out here. You got to move to a city. Like, they're literally just moving straight ahead.
Yeah.
There's no resistance. I'm going to ban gas cars by 2035, Gavin Newsom said.
Yeah.
People are like, okay.
Sounds good to us.
Oh, love you. I love nothing more to just suck your dick, Daddy. Can I lick your boots?
Yeah.
His boots are clean. They just got licked at the door, but he's going to clean them better.
Fresh and clean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do we do? We just let it happen?
Well,
we're just going to let it walk, like slow walk to tyranny? Fuck it. Let's go.
I wonder, like, look at, like, what you remember last year when the French were rioting all the time? The yellow vests. Over
before COVID,
basically the
right?
same, before COVID. Basically the same principles that they're using in California, where you get these Agenda 2030 fucks who are basically slowly implementing this shit.
Yeah, step at a time.
And, you know, the French went fucking ape shit.
Right.
But obviously in California, they don't give a shit.
I wonder if they're still rioting.
It's progression. It's progression.
It's progressive progression.
It's progression.
Progression with a progressive progress.
Yeah. So let's continue. So you're getting rid of electric cars. So what's the other than Agenda 2030? So basically,
it's probably that same shit too, where you're not going to be able to drive your car after a certain period of time.
You'll have to use fucking public transport.
Well, no, you'll have a self-driving car, but the cops will be able to turn it off whenever they want.
Oh, that's awesome too. And
they'll
also
drive you to the police station.
A self-driving electric car that got lithium mined from fucking third world African countries from slave labor. Because that's where that shit comes from.
You use the S word.
Because apparently the use of fossil fuels is more dangerous than the expendable human lives that it costs to mine lithium.
Right.
Just saying.
Let me see. There's more on here. Are you interested in any of these? Hermes Trismegistus, the Tri-Scrape Boys.
And I think that about wraps it up for the show. I tell you what, you guys, because of all these technical difficulties, if you haven't yet, you really should get over that Patreon.
Yeah, we're literally living on, I don't even know.
We're on fumes right now.
Living on the edge.
Yeah, true story. So, if you want to hit us up on Patreon.
Patreon.com/Bones and Tubs.
Venmo or PayPal.
Bones and Tubs.
And Cash App.
$, Bones and Tubs.
There you go. Hit us up on there. Give us your patronage. The money you give to us goes straight towards new sound equipment.
Yeah.
But,
such as a recorder that wants to be a little bitch.
If you want to talk to us directly, you could always hit us up on our Instagram.
Instagram.com/Bones and Tubs. We love interacting.
And there's a link on there for our TeePublic where you can buy merch.
If you want to buy some high quality merch that we get about $1 from a sale, hit it up.
And you could hit us up in the DMs and Instagram. You could also email us.
bonesandtubs@gmail.com if you want a long form email. We love those as well. We like to read those on the air.
If you haven't done it yet, you should go over to our YouTube page and hit that subscribe button. A lot of people did it this last week.
Yeah, we got on. We haven't talked about it yet. Hopefully this actually records. The other part recorded. But anyway, Bones got on the Marfugal.
Yeah, got on Marfugal. Put the word out there, and we got a shitload of subscribers. I
had a sweet conversation with Marfugal and Dax. Check them out at Marfugal TV, Marfugal News.
Hopefully, on YouTube. We work out some deets with YouTube. We'll be on YouTube Live, so you probably should subscribe to us so you know when we're live.
Yeah, and get our newest updates. If this works right, I should at least have a full podcast with the Instagram live because I actually downloaded the video. So that should go on YouTube.
So if you want to talk to us, you can hit us up on Instagram. You can hit us up on Gmail. You could do whatever you need to do to get a hold of us.
If you want to have sex with your partner in Bones and Tubs Apparel and send it to us to get uploaded on our Pornhub channel, go ahead and send it to bonesandtubs@gmail.com.
We'd like to thank JMY5 for letting us use his music. We'd like to thank JMY5 for doing the artwork
You
for
just
our
hit
show.
a Nancy Pelosi moment.
Yeah.
Happy day. It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday day.
We'd like to thank JM15 for making our artwork for the show.
JNY5 Internet Studios.
Check him out. He makes
on Instagram
some awesome stuff.
Fantastic merch.
Yes. And I'd like to thank Blood the Brave for letting us use his music on the show.
Blood of the Brave at Bandcamp, Blood of the Brave on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Most
AKA
of all,
Kyle Reese.
I'd like to thank y'all new listeners, new people who joined the YouTubes.
Yes, welcome. I'm glad for those that you stayed. We had a lot that left because I have a dirty mouth.
Yeah.
They were like, he sounded so nice on the Marfugo show, but when I listen to the podcast, he sounds like an asshole.
We're trying to. I hope I try. I tried to actively not cuss as much.
I tried to. I didn't do very good.
No, me neither.
But we'll figure it out. Okay,
Yeah.
We're gonna do better.
Yeah, let's just
This
maybe
isn't acting
maybe I
properly.
need to make a sign, just like
Stop.
stop.
You know what we
swearing.
need? We need those leg bands that the Opus Die wear.
That like cuts into you.
It's a leather band with barbed wire on
See,
the inside.
I
and you
feel like
tighten it.
I feel like that worked because all I would do is sit here the whole time and sweat and just be like, every once in a while, just blow out like, "Fuck, this hurts, man!
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!"
And then you gotta tighten it. You're like shit. And then you gotta tighten it again. Next
Yeah.
thing you know, it's oops, all just bone.
Yeah, and we're still cussing.
Yeah.
So, thank you all new listeners.
Honestly, though, I'm not trying to be offensive, but I also don't really fucking care about your feelings.
It's a bit of a filtering issue.
If words hurt you, I really don't. I'm not sure if you need to be here.
Maybe I need to. Yeah, at the same time though, I get it.
Who
You know?
did Jesus hang out with, my dude? He hung out with prostitutes, taxmen, murderers.
You know they were cussing.
You're fucking right about that.
Well, maybe just like tone it down. Like imagine you're having a conversation with your grandma.
Maybe a few less cunts.
Jeez.
I want to fucking edit it sideways
All
or
right,
something.
all right.
Maybe
you.
if it recorded.
All right.
Shit.
All right, we'd like to thank y'all for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show. We hope you guys tune in next time. Between now and then, you guys stay safe.
We love you.
We really do.
The bad thing about being honest, the straightforward, and doing that is people know where you stand and they try to take advantage of you. They take advantage of your good nature. They take advantage of the fact that they know that you're a good guy, you are a straight shooter, and that you're not going to retaliate on them when they fuck you. Well, folks, most of the time I believe that's probably true. But God built me to be here to prove to you that what you have been doing for God knows how many years is wrong. You picked on the wrong man. I'm not tough.
You hear that?
I'm not that strong.
Yeah, yeah. They rolled up in all black, windows half cracked, scoping out the scene before they attack. Had they on bad guys in most people's eyes. Most trust them with their life cause they got a badge and tie. Gifted a position given to them by a system that set it all up to put the kids into prison. This is non-fiction, non-violence, so just listen. They got a mission to imprison your mind and soul. This ain't nothing new, but we survive what we're sold. That don't believe in ourselves, but believe what we're told. That we're all molded by a machine that gets in your dreams. It can get in your gut and keep your self-esteem. And I've been scolded and told who I should be, but I'll never conform. I was born to be free. It's a setup, I never let up. From the cradle to the grave, they got you in the cage. It's a setup, so keep your head up. Cause they're selling all that doubt with every word at the mouth. It's a setup, I never let up. From the cradle to the grave, they got you in the cage. It's a setup, so keep your head up. Cause they're selling all that doubt with every word at the mouth. Giving numbers of birth, yeah, that's a fact. Deny it if you want, but I'll do the math. I face facts and understand how to overstand the plan with my mind intact. And I got more than a plan, I got hope and belief, dreams and faith, and know damn well that's what they want to take. It's a weapon, fear is aggression, and they plant it in our minds to the point we can't find a way out, a way in. And anywhere you go, you'll see a many men over there and everywhere. They don't play fair, that's a jump out boys with the plastic toys draped in all black, ready to bring the noise. A setup, I never let up. From the cradle to the grave, they got you in the cage. It's a setup, so keep your head up, cause they're selling all that doubt with every word at the mouth. It's a setup, I never let up. From the cradle to the grave, they got you in the cage. It's a setup, so keep your head up, cause they're selling all that doubt with every word at the mouth.